Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I want to talk to you about shopping online and what sites I use and how I use them. So right now I'm using Swappa, eBay, and Amazon, and that was in no particular order, but there is one that I use more than others. So let's get into this video and you can talk about in the comments with me where you shop at, where you get the best deals, and how you do your online shopping. Let's go. All right, guys, so here we go. So I've got Swappa loaded up first, and then I also have eBay and Amazon as well. So I want to start with Amazon, and these are in no particular order at this moment, but I will tell you how I feel about each one of these and how I would suggest, well, how I do the shopping on each one. So starting with Amazon, let's just say I wanted to search for the LG G5 on AT&T. Okay, so when I type in LGG5 on Swappa, this is what you're faced with. You're faced with all the carriers, unlocked, different models. Everything is laid out in such an organized fashion. It is just one of the best experience shopping for a device directly of all these places to shop in my experience. So let's just say I wanted AT&T, but then I decided, no, I don't know. So I'll just click on G5 here, and it'll lay out all the carriers. It'll lay them all out. The unlocked, the prices that it's going for, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint. It's got them all laid out. And then you have all the models down here. You've even got Bell, Canada, US Cellular. Everything is there. And the reason these are up top, obviously, because you're in the US and these are the top 4 carriers. So there you have it. So something as simple as that, typing in LGG5, look at how organized this is on Swappa's behalf. This is very organized. I really like the way it's set up. Now let's go to Amazon and let's type in LGG5. And when I type in LGG5, I don't get as many options. I don't get like carriers, and I get some different things that I'm not really looking for at the moment, like screen protectors, batteries, phone cases, tempered glass, all these things are coming up. Or I could just go straight into cell phone and accessories. But let's just hit enter. And here's what we're faced with. It basically just gives you a highlight of the phone you were looking for. And then we're inside of accessories and cell phones. So that is how it's done on Amazon. Now you can very well type in Verizon or something like that if you wanted to, or AT&T. So let's type in, let's go a little deeper here because it didn't give me the query I wanted. So let's just say I wanted Verizon. So if I type in LGG5 Verizon, here's what I get. I get a model here that's certified refurbished. Then I get probably a new model here. And then I get another one that's refurbished or recertified. So you're getting the different layout here on Amazon. And it's showing you exactly, just by default, this is what you're faced with when you start to search and query on Amazon for things. And personally, I think this is a little unorganized. And, I don't think it's the best fit for me for shopping when I'm looking for something specific. Now I do go by pricing on things. So let's narrow this down. Let's just say I do want the Verizon one, and let's see, I want a gray one. So I can uncheck all of those. I don't want fair, I don't want good, I don't want mint. There's only one new one for resale, and it's $260 through this person of all the ones that were coming up here. So then let's go back over here and let's just see how much a new one is here. So on here, I've got some different options. Here's the Titan one. It's $366. I'm looking at pricing. Is this new? Okay, so it doesn't say recertified or anything. So yeah, it's new. Unfortunately, that's not what Prime. So, can't get that. And I think that might have been with Prime. I'm not signed into my account. One in stock, free, 2-day shipping. Okay, so this probably is Prime. Yeah, it's definitely Prime. Yeah, there we go. It is Prime. I'm just not signed in. So you get a sense of that price. So if I want to do it on Amazon, I'm looking at about $400 pretty much. And if I do it on here, let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, that's pretty much brand new. Now they only have one picture on here, but I can request that person add more pictures. So looks like Swappa is going to be the lower price at the moment, opposed to this. It's basically $100 more over here. Now the guarantees, I'll talk about that in just a second here. But let's go to eBay and let's type in the same thing, LGG5. And when you type in LGG5 on eBay, this is what you're faced with here. It's again like Amazon. It has all these things that I'm not really interested in at the moment, and it's just kind of cluttered. Let's go into eBay's site here. Now, eBay does separate the carriers, but I got to tell you, this is really cluttered and not organized like Swappa. So, you do have the pricing right in your face. You've got the colors, the phones, the sellers. But overall, I don't like the way this is, and I would not buy from eBay if I'm pulling up these devices. So let's go check pricing. So before I jump out there too soon, let's go. I chose Verizon, and then I'm going to choose new. There's only 11 new ones. And I'm going to keep narrowing this down because these aren't looking new to me. These look used from what I can see. And then there's only one gray one. And there's some that's not specified. So here, $400 for this one right here. And they've got lots of pictures, so this is definitely probably new. Yeah, it's new. They got some default pictures there, But this is I trust that that's new. So looking at all three of these, if I was going to choose one of them, this one is, 366 with Prime. I can have it in 2 days. With Swappa, I have to rely on the seller. It's $100 less, but I have to rely on the seller and when they're going to ship it off. Some sellers like to wait until the money gets right into their account, so that could be 3 days if it's PayPal. Who knows? 2 days? I don't know. But Swappa is definitely the least expensive, and it's pretty much a new device. eBay is the most expensive, and I have to rely on, this is a company. This is P Wireless. So they're probably shipping out hundreds of phones a day. And so my order is not first. So with this, it says that I'll have this by March 24th. I don't always count on those dates that are there because that's just an estimate. It says fast and free, but a lot of times in my experiences with eBay, the sellers don't ship right away, and it's only 48 hours or so before they actually even get to your order. So that's something to keep in mind. Now let's talk about, let's get away from pricing for a second. And this is just an example. Pricing is going to vary for a device. I just chose that device because it's a device that's on every carrier already, and it's one that we all know about. So we've done some research on it. So let's look at the return policy, and this, it'll be different per seller, but let's just look at this one. So you've got $15 for express to have it by Friday, which doesn't make any sense when you've got free shipping to have it on or before Friday. See, that doesn't make any sense. So let's look at the return policy and a 20% restocking fee. If buy it now price, 20% of the buy it now price plus $10 for shipping that was initially offered for free. So basically, this seller says, I'm shipping to you free, but if you do something or you just don't like it, I'm going to charge you for the shipping. And then I'm going to take 20% of that money. 20%. That's a big chunk of that phone. So if in fact, and it says, the seller will be deducted from item returned for no reason. If it's returned for no reason, it says we will exchange the item in case it was found to be faulty, dead on arrival. The return item should be the same condition. And see, I just don't trust eBay's sellers. I don't know to be any more direct about it. I don't trust eBay sellers because I've had some bad experiences with eBay sellers. And when I do buy on eBay, whatever it is, I try to keep it under $200 if I can, because I can live with that. I've had $900 floating around on eBay, and it's a nightmare because the sellers were not truthful. And that's not just once, that's multiple times. So let's go over here to Amazon. Now, Amazon Prime probably has one of the best return policies of all places I've shopped at. They have a 30-day return policy, and if you go in and do a return, sometimes you won't even have to pay for any kind of shipping at all. If the item is defective, they take care of everything. They just give you a refund, and you'll get your money back the fastest probably through Amazon when it comes to Swappa, eBay, and Amazon. I've dealt with Amazon on a return before. I've dealt with eBay on a return before, and I've dealt with Swappa on a return before. And Swappa's staff are fantastic, but they can't control when the seller is going to give you your money back. I had a seller sell me something and they said it was paid for by T-Mobile, and it wasn't. It had a balance on it and it was still financed. And so I had to send it back, file a claim, waste my time pretty much sending it back, paying for the shipping to go back, and then the seller kind of took this time to issue a refund. I mean, they issued it, but it took about more than a week or so. With Amazon, and I don't know. Yeah, okay. So Swappa, the seller just determines whether or not they accept returns or not. And so, with the seller, some sellers say no returns. The times I've sold on returns, see, look, it says this seller does not accept returns unless the device is received as not as described. So the times that I've had the times that I've sold on Amazon, or excuse me, Swappa, I choose no returns because I try to only sell new things. But if I do sell something as new, um, you know, I don't know because mine are pretty much phones that I've bought and purchased and used for a little while, and then I might have put them. Mine go back in the box pretty much when they're not being used. And devices that I know I'm probably going to sell later, I box them up. And after I've used them for about 5, 6 months, I wipe them clean and put them in the box. So if you don't see them for a while, it's probably a device that I, decided, okay, I'm not going to use this anymore. I'll be selling it soon, or something of that nature. So, but with Swappa, again, it's kind of up to the seller whether they want to offer returns or not. And with Amazon, the returns are probably the best experience. You get a UPS label, you can drop it off, they can come to your house and pick it up. It is just a fantastic experience for returns. Amazon definitely ranks the best when it comes for returns in my experience. Yours might be different. Now let's talk about customer service. Customer service on Swappa is really good. I mean, you can just check this box right here. Okay, well, I'm not signed in, but when you're commenting, there's a box that says Swappa staff, I need help. So you check that box, and boom, the Swappa staff will immediately get on board and they'll respond. It is so fast. In my experience, it's crazy how fast that the Swappa staff respond. Now, with Amazon, you can actually talk to an Amazon rep live. You can chat with them live, or you can put your number in, go through the case, select the product you're having a problem with the seller, and select call me, and they will call you right then. Or you can do a chat with them live. Their customer service, too, has improved over the times that I've had in the past. I actually have a video up talking about their customer service, but that video wasn't to say that they had horrible customer service. It was to say that, when asking something directly about a product, they don't really know. And then the fact that they keep trying to answer is kind of comical. That's all. But with eBay, by far one of the worst experiences for customer service because you have to hunt down a customer service rep when you're trying to call. Like the 800 number for eBay is hidden away on the internet. And I know what it is, but I've had to search for it in the past when I first had problems with eBay. And I was just like, wow, this is a miserable experience having to deal because the sellers on eBay have the most power, if you will. They can drag their feet. They can really drag their feet, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. They can drag their feet as long as they want to. If you open a claim or a case on eBay, it sits for at least, the thing already pops up and tells you the seller has a week to respond. And that is why I do not like shopping on eBay, because I don't want to, at least I try not to purchase, like I said before, over $200. It's just not worth it to me. I would rather shop on Amazon first for certain products, and swap a second. eBay, I try to avoid them and just buy like cases and tempered glasses and things from them, things that I'm not in a hurry for. Or I'll purchase things prior to me actually having a device because I know to get the best price, I have to wait 2 weeks to get it because it's going to come from China or Hong Kong, which I don't have a problem with that. So, with that being said, the customer service to me through these carriers, it is just not the same. Swappa's customer service is really fast, and you can actually get someone by just not with that. You have to talk to them via these comment section because I've never had to call Swappa, but I think if I had to, the customer service might be good. I don't know. Somebody could tell me in the comments. But Amazon by far has the best return policy, the best customer service. I would say now, thinking about it, of all of these three right here, eBay is just the worst. It's unbelievable how bad eBay's customer service is. It's just crazy. So when shopping for things like tempered glasses and screen protectors and cases, you do have the option to buy that. Now, Swappa doesn't have, they're kind of eliminated for that. They don't really have a section that I know of that says cases, cell phone cases. They're basically just devices. You know, they've got everything, smartwatches, um, VRs. You know, you're not gonna tablets, laptops, everything. I've sold a MacBook on Swappa. Went through every transaction I've had on Swappa has been flawless. I do not sell on Amazon or eBay at all. Amazon's selling rules are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. For what they charge sellers, I'm surprised that sellers can even maintain. I put one phone up there, and I was blown away at what they were going to charge me to sell that phone. It was amazing. And eBay, you know, they've gotten greedy as well. Their fees are ridiculous for selling a device. Unbelievable. It is unbelievable how much eBay charges to sell something. It's just outrageous. So overall, though, I think Amazon to me is out front when it comes to return policy and customer service. But the buying experience is by far like none on Swappa. Swappa is just one of the best places to find products. The only thing is, it lies in the hands of the seller when they're going to ship it. Some sellers say, I'll ship it within 24 hours, or I'll ship it within 12 hours of getting the payment. Some sellers stick to that. When I've sold on Swappa, I stick to that. I actually ship it off within a couple of hours, depending on what time of day it is. So that's just how I do it. Some sellers don't do that. Some sellers say, "Oh, I had to work." You know, they give you all their life story, things I don't personally care about. If I buy a product from you and you say you're going to ship it off in this time frame, I don't personally care what you have going on in your life. I just want my product. You know, it's like you're giving excuses. You got my money, and now you want to give me some excuses. But tell me what your experiences are with Amazon, eBay, and Swappa. So I think Amazon has the best return policy, and you know, shipping is all. You can select 2 days with Prime or 1 day with Prime. Amazon has some fantastic deals on devices too, as far as pricing. I just chose this device. You know, right now they don't have good pricing on the G5. You know, for a new one. Swap, on the other hand, yeah, you get a new one, but it's coming from a person. So it's not like a retail or anything like that. So the safest bet of all of these is to purchase from Amazon for new, or, you know, with eBay, I don't know if I'd tell you to purchase new. Like this company has 4 of these available, and this does look brand new. You know, it's all there. And I think these companies open the box just to check the contents to make sure that everything's in there. Why they break the seal on them, I have no clue. I really dislike when I go on to Swappa. That's another thing. When I go on to Swappa and they say something's new, and then they've opened the box. So let's do one more here. Let me type in Nexus 6P, and let me see if I can find a new Nexus 6P on Swappa. And let's go here. There's a lot of them there. It tells you that there's 33 of them, but I already have everything set for new. So let's just click on this one and let's see if they have it open already, but they're saying it's new. So nope, here's one that's actually sealed, which is great. That's good, but they want $638 and I can get it for way less than that directly through. Here's one right here. All right, so let's see. Brand new, never used, comes in an original box and all the accessories. My question for you is, why did you open it? I don't believe that it's new. It's powered on. You know, the cable right here is obviously been taken out. This isn't new. And I know this because I had a Nexus. This cable was clearly taken out. They just used this phone and that's it. And they just didn't take the wrapper off. Or I don't know, man. I'm not buying it. When I see stuff like this, it's agitating because it is definitely new, not new, never used, because you're holding it in your hand. We don't know what you've done with that device. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't know if anybody else is bothered by that from Swappa sellers. And this isn't any way to take a shot at this seller because I have no clue who they are. But I'm just saying, I do not like when people list things on there as brand new, never used, and then it's in their hand. Not buying it. See, with Swappa though, or excuse me, with Amazon, let's go to Nexus 6P, and I'll go ahead and get out of here with this video. This is a little bit longer than I thought I was going to make, but so you've got, let's just click here for US warranty. It's $400. You got all the different things around here. So these are definitely probably new. You know, probably. Unless it's Prime. I try not to shop unless it's Prime. So let's click here. And no, they'll not new. Not new. But unfortunately, that's the risk you run when you start to buy things that are not directly from the manufacturers or the OEMs, your carriers. You don't know if it's new or not. Um, Overall, though, man, I think the selling experience, the overall, each one of these I use them for their own reasons. Like on eBay, like I said, I'll grab like 3 or 4 cases ahead of a device launch because I know I'm going to get that phone, and I'll buy tempered glasses for it. Sometimes I'll get them really affordable, really cheap, like 5 of them for $3 or something like that. Um, and I'll get the cases for two to $10, things like that. It doesn't bother me if they're not what they say they are, because if they are, it's pretty good. And in most cases, pretty much all the tempered glass and cases I get from eBay that are like $2 and on Amazon they're $10, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth the wait to me. I'm patient enough to wait 2 weeks to get a case and a tempered glass for $3, than to get Prime 2 day shipping and it costs $20. Totally not worth it. It's totally worth it to me to wait. That's just me. So, how do you use these carriers? Excuse me, these companies. Do you use Amazon? Do you use eBay? Do you use Swappa? Where do you buy your things? I didn't put Craigslist on here because Craigslist is way too vague and broad, and Craigslist, they have a bunch of scammers on there. So, it's your man Jay Will. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to tell me what you think and about this video. And do you use Swappa, Amazon, or eBay to buy smartphones? I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.